got a thong, she finna shake it all night. Wow, wow. She got a thong. She got a thong. She got a thong. She got a thong.
She got don't. Yeah. Always Iris dancing. Oh yeah. Iris. I don't know.
She's shorter than me, so that's a good thing.
And I came to watch St. Lawrence during a home game, and during the foul shots I saw the girl with the headband dancing to the donk song, and I said, wow, she looks like a lot of fun.
She's real ghetto.
Yeah. Well, according to coach, she's ghetto.
It's hard to say because Iris is just kind of laid back. Definitely the most laid back of the seniors, I think.
She's very funny.
Yeah.
She's just loads of fun.
She's way more relaxed than like I ever thought anyone could ever be.
No, she wasn't like uptight or I don't know, judgmental or anything like that. She's just goes with the flow. Goes with the flow.
I quickly learned how to get along with Iris, and pretty much you had to be chill.
Always a smile.
Reps the headband.
Oh, gotta rep the headband.
My first impression of Iris was that she's Puerto Rican. And I was like, this girl doesn't look Puerto Rican. How's she from Puerto Rico? Like, does she know English? And she does.
She likes talking in Spanish.
Really though, the first time I met her and I found out she was from Puerto Rico, I was like, what? Like, how is she from Puerto Rico? Because, like, usually when I think of someone from Puerto Rico, like, I think of someone that, like, speaks Spanish all the time. I don't know very many Puerto Ricans.
She's also pale.
Exactly.
She's pale. She doesn't get that tan.
She doesn't look like she's from Puerto Rico.
I mean, if you told someone that there's a half Puerto Rican girl on the team, they would probably think it was me. Not Iris, but...
It took me a really long time to make a first impression of Iris, because we're kind of like diametrically opposed. Like, she like wakes up at like, what, noon and then goes to bed at like 2. And then there's this language barrier too, I think. She uses words like swag and dirty. And
she uses words like diametrically
opposed. And so, like, I had a hard time, like, even communicating with her at first.
When I first met Iris, I knew that this girl had some swag. Because she's just like the headband, sweatband, whatever.
Her swag is nothing compared to Iris's. Iris definitely takes the cake on that one.
She's got some serious swag.
And Iris is always so like particular about her food.
Oh yeah, Iris always has to complain whenever we go somewhere.
Yeah.
Kind of just tone out Iris's complaining.
Yeah.
She is never satisfied with her food, no matter where we go.
Her food is never right. Something is always wrong with it.
I feel like Iris should become a food critic, or was a food critic.
She's very particular in what she likes to eat.
Iris likes certain things and eats those certain things and doesn't really go out of the ordinary with her food.
Pizza dogs, or the Charles Porter panini.
She always has power berries. Like, just, where do they come from?
If she compliments my mom's cookies, that's
hit.
when I know they're good, because she always doesn't, there's always something wrong with her food. It's either like too dry or it's not, I don't know, it doesn't have enough of this or that.
So if we go somewhere where Iris isn't complaining, you know you better go back some other time, because that is a great restaurant.
All her reviews would probably be like, I don't know, it didn't do it for me. You know?
This one's too hot, this one's too cold. There's no just right.
Okay, Goldilocks.
Yeah, we'll be at Dana and she's just like, no, the chicken fingers just aren't doing it for me today. Something she definitely says quite often.
Yeah. Iris and Edge are probably complete opposites in food.
But she has them at like strange times. Like, I'll look over and it'll be like, you know, like halftime or something, and I'll be like, power berries? Like, where did that bag come from?
The chicken tenders, not nuggets. Because there's a big difference between the chicken nuggets and the chicken tenders.
Absolutely.
And South.
The Sergi's in Potsdam is not as good as the Sergi's in Canton.
Sergi's barbecue chicken pizza. From Canton, not Potsdam.
She loves Dunkin' Donuts. Her and Casey go all the time, and she gets the, oh, I know. She gets the original, coffee colada at Dunkin' Donuts. It's her go-to drink. But she never finishes it.
Yeah.
I was so excited to get that chicken, what is it, the chicken buffalo
chicken pizza.
Yeah. And then I just tasted it and it was dry, it was just, the crust was just not right, the sauce, it was just not enough, it was just, ugh.
Time.
After the collection game, Breezy was all excited. She goes, "Oh, we're getting pizza!" And then I was just like, "Don't get too excited, guys. The barbecue chicken here is not the same. It's not the same. It's not as good. I mean, I still saw her eat a piece, but she complained about it."
Don't get excited. It's not the same.
She does compare a lot of food to her relatives
families.
cooking, or relatives cooking.
That's very true. It makes me really jealous.
Mom
actually.
and Graham's cooking, yeah.
Even if she orders the same thing every time, like she freaking loves chicken parm, but whenever we go somewhere, if she gets it, there's probably something wrong with it, or it isn't cooked just how she wants it, or her pasta isn't perfect.
I remember last year she would get fettuccine alfredo, and my freshman year she would get fettuccine alfredo everywhere we went. Everywhere we went, and each time she got it, she wouldn't like it. She'd be like, "Oh, no, it's not good. It's not like my mom's. You know, Deb just makes great fettuccine alfredo." And the whole time I'd be like, "Then what? Why do you order it anywhere? Whenever we eat it, you don't like it." Like,
So true. Not like Deb's, not like my grandma's. Theirs are always so much better than everywhere else we go. But continues to get it everywhere.
And she always talks with her hands. Always talks with her hands. Anything else?
One of the big things with Iris is like her trick shots. Like I will never forget her trick shots. Like I would see her like lining up to do one. I'm like, this is never gonna go, and this girl's gonna make a fool of herself. And like it swishes. I'm like, how do you do that?
Oh, her half-court shots. Bomb. Her trick shots. Trick shots. I really want to tape those someday before we end the season. I need to tape the one where she throws up against the top of the thing that bombs out. I've really honestly never seen anything like that. Her trick shots are amazing.
Iris can pull off all these great trick shots, and Iris tries to or bounces the ball between her legs for a foul shot, and then Bramsky gets the idea that she can try to be like Iris, and she almost takes somebody out by like whipping the ball through her legs, doesn't even hit the ground, almost takes Kaj out or something, I don't know. Like at Bard when Bramsky tries to go between the legs and it just bounces and hits her straight in the butt. It was hysterical.
Oh god.
How many half-court shots has she taken, and how many she made? Because it's just...
I think
she's to the point where it swishes and she just like walks away like it's no big deal. Like it's normal for her.
I think your half-court shot percentage is better than my free throw percentage.
And you have to get the lip thing going. She's like,
Iris always likes to shoot people. She's got the guns a lot. I've got the bazooka a couple of times for particularly bad insults, I guess.
Iris is the luckiest person alive. I'm convinced. One of the luckiest people.
I don't know if it's luck so much as wily. She's always like, she's got herself like positioned for like the best basket. Like she's always
she
like,
knows.
She knows her way around.
I feel it's more just
she's
swag.
dirty.
She just,
you know?
she just got it. She just knows.
Last semester, she didn't do this paper and it was due that day, and she messed up bad. And so she skipped her class because she was going to work on this paper to try to like have something to hand in at the end of the day, you know. Sent her teacher an email, and then I remember she was freaking out. And then I see her at lunch and she's like, "Oh yeah, my teacher emailed me back, and turns out everyone did it wrong, so he handed them back and gave everyone an extension. And then he just sent me an email like, 'Well, Iris, you know, take this as a lesson. Some people just get lucky sometimes.'" And I was sitting there like, no, you just get lucky all the time. She just does. I don't know what else to say. She's always at the main basket shooting.
She's always like in a drill, like Iris is like the wily one who knows like where to meet you to steal the ball, like every single time. Like she knows how to win. Like
she's sneaky.
She's sneaky.
I mean, that's why she wins Sorry, you know. She sits there like, "Oh, I am the best Sorry player ever." That's like me saying, you know, I'm the best Candyland player. I just know how to pick the right cards. I always go to the Ice Queen. I always win. I'm the best at Candyland, Iris. So.
oh yeah, Iris always says she's the best Sorry player ever, which is why it's great getting Breezy and Iris together in the same Sorry game, because Breezy has to win, but Iris thinks she's the best Sorry player. So then let's say like Iris wins, well something obviously went wrong, someone cheated, which is why Breezy didn't win.
Yeah.
And then same thing if Breezy wins and Iris doesn't.
Iris, I hate to break it to you, but every time I play you on Sorry, I beat you. You're not the best Sorry player.
Iris has a little bit of only child syndrome. Definitely the one, you know. She'll be sitting there like, "Oh, I can't, could you get that? I can't barely reach." And then she's like, "Thanks, girl."
Oh yeah, will you get the Gatorade that's right above my head, even though you're sleeping, I just woke you up, will you go get it, cause, you know, I'm sitting down.
Oh yeah. "Can you open this for me? I don't.
Yeah,
like
thanks
my
girl,
hands."
thanks girl, thanks.
So this one time when we were in your suite last year, you were clearly the closest person to the remote. And you're like, Cal, can you just the...
Iris is always like, can you get that for me? Can you get that for me? Thanks, girl. It's like Iris is 2 feet away from you. Thanks, girl. Thanks. You're the best.
Sister.
But just, please.
Iris is gonna be a cat lady probably, yeah.
It was kind of funny when I found out that she liked cats, because I had this like image of her as like ghetto, dirty, swag, cats. Like, cat lady, swag, ghetto. I was like,
She likes talking about her cats. Raja and Sixer.
That's impressive that you remember their
She
names.
sends me pictures of them all the time.
It's got 6 toes!
no way.
If you end up like the 20% or whatever of people that aren't gonna get married, I'm sure you'll have like 28 cats.
20, probably 30.
I've got a few cat pictures from Iris.
Well, I remember Iris was telling a story and she said, oh, my sister Isis. And I said, what'd you say? And she's like, my sister Isis. And I was like, your sister is named Isis and your name is Iris. And she goes, yeah. And then she's like, oh, and my aunt is Arisabella. And I'm standing there like, what are you, running out of names in Puerto Rico? Like, I'm basically, you know, if you meet anyone from Iris's family, just guess that their name's Iris. You'll be kind of close. Yeah, so if I had to draw Iris's family tree, it would basically be probably like 6 Irises in there. I don't know.
On occasion though, during the game, she does yell and her arms get into it.
I love it!
On the court, sometimes the things you do, you know, your body language and how you react to plays, just like, or like some
Run off the court! I love watching Iris yell on film.
When she
One of your sayings,
yeah, when you're
Iris.
saying that is a dirty lie.
The finger point.
Yep, gotta get a finger point in there.
Eyebrows raised.
and she's like arguing with like Coach Ernie, but she's like, no, that is a dirty lie. Like,
I like it when she says, hello. Yeah, she'll be like, hello. Hello.
Whenever someone walks in, you're like, hello.
She's not Asian.
Ariri. Iris says it. Ariri.
Like when she'll text you, she'll be like, oh, hey, love, how are you? She'll be like, hey, sister.
Hello. Ariri. Iris also in practice, she's always gets very, very intense. She's always like really competitive and it's infectious.
I'm gonna miss all the fun Iris brought, like in practice and games.
I love just joking around with Iris.
I mean, what I miss about Iris is just like her fun personality.
She makes me laugh a lot.
Yeah, she's cool. Iris, I don't know, the same as Casey. I looked up to her too, and like, I don't know, Iris just seemed to.
She runs the show.
Yeah, she did not let things bother her, like no matter what.
She's a good kid. She's funny. She's just a little guy.
Iris just cracks me up. I can just look
Whatever
at her.
she does,
Whatever she does. And it's just like, you could be like, oh, it's so Iris. And I feel like I've only known her for a year and I could be like, oh, it's so Iris.
Whenever.
Her cat stories.
Yeah, definitely the cat stories.
I mean, Iris is the first one to have fun, goof off. She's just a fun, silly person, but then on the other hand, she's always there for you, and you know, she's someone you can definitely confide in and have a serious conversation with if something's bothering you.
I love how Iris just goes with the flow. If you're an uptight person or you're a person who gets stressed out easily, just like being around Iris is always just a relief for some reason.
I feel like I could tell her anything and no matter what I said wouldn't even like shock her per se. She just takes things as they come and go, and
she's very understanding.
Very understanding.
Being point guards has helped me, like, well, not this year obviously, but last year would help me like with a lot of things, like getting used to the team. And
Iris definitely helped me out a lot this season, just being point guard. I had a lot of questions and she was just always like super nice, just like gave me the answer, helped me out, pointed out where to go, and I really appreciate that, and I think I really needed that.
I'm definitely gonna miss being able to, you know, vent or just, I don't know, really talk to her about anything.
Miss just having her on the team. I mean, her presence is pretty nice. She's pretty much somebody that everybody can relate to, everybody's friends with.
She just is easy to be around and kind of just lightens the mood of a room no matter what is going on.